What we receive in help is great, and I think there's just some real positives with the interaction between counties, and also being able to deal with an insurance company who is for counties and understands the special needs that we have.
If we have a question, it's responded to immediately.
The County Mutual has the county's interests at heart, as opposed to a bottom line for private investors.
Wisconsin counties have long been at the foundation of what makes our state such an amazing place to work and live. Taking care of the thousands of employees who work hard to keep our communities running can be a challenge. During a time of escalating insurance rates, county officials from around the state came together and took matters into their own hands and formed Wisconsin County Mutual.
We all remember the insurance crisis that we had in the mid-'80s. And at that time, the insurance companies, I believe, was playing games with us. They were increasing premiums. There were just horrible increases, and also at the same time, they were refusing to insure a lot of counties. If they were a little bit risky, they didn't even want to insure you.
As County Mutual was formed, it developed a unique approach to operating an insurance company, an approach different from the companies in the private market that had left counties when they needed coverage most.
Okay, we're actually set up with a board of directors, and that is, actually there's 18 board of directors voted by different districts in the state, and then there's 2 advisory members. WSCA, the Wisconsin Counties, happens to be our corporate management, and then Aegis Corporation does the administration for the mutual. I think the big factor is experience. Aegis has been, the administrator for years in corporate management. They have people that have been for years.
We don't have a building, and we don't have computers and operating expenses to pay of that type. By not having that building, we have the opportunity to provide more services.
Created by counties and for counties, and run by the counties themselves, it's truly what makes the County Mutual unique. After all, who knows county business better than the counties themselves? It's this structure that results in an insurance policy that carefully reflects the needs of each individual county, as well as county government as a whole.
Especially now that I have both my workers' comp and my liability through the same insurance company, it's one-stop shopping, and it's more cost-effective to me to have everything in the same location. The same people to talk to is a huge asset. It's extremely cost-effective insurance.
What will happen with many companies is they will cut that premium for 1 year to get the business. But then what happens the second year, they make it up, because then they'll come with the higher percentage. They might cut it 10%, but then the next year it'll go up to 30% or so forth.
In addition to the board of directors, Wisconsin County Mutual has committees that meet to make recommendations to the board. They discuss claims review, investments, loss prevention and workers' compensation, underwriting, and operations oversight. The committees consist of County Mutual board members, county staff members, and elected officials who bring additional knowledge and expertise to the table. One of the greatest advantages of Wisconsin County Mutual is the ability to dispute and defend cases that would typically be settled by other insurance companies. With an eye on the public's money, many more cases are fought, not necessarily for monetary reasons, but to eliminate setting precedents for future litigation. It is through this long-term strategy that counties are able to keep unwarranted claims out of the system.
The company is responsive to our needs. They handle our claims with due diligence. They don't just pay to get rid of a claim. They actually look at the claim to see if there's merit to settle or if it's something that they need to take all the way through litigation.
What was going on was that the commercial carriers were handling municipal claims the same way they had been handling auto claims for years. If the case was cheaper to settle than it was to litigate, well, they just settled. But municipal claims are different than auto claims, particularly frivolous claims. It always appears as though any one particular claim is cheaper to settle. But what the commercial carriers discovered was that when they settled one frivolous claim, the next day they had 3, and the next day they had 9, and the next day they had 81. And pretty soon there was a line of people outside the federal courthouse with their hands out waiting for their frivolous claim cost of defense settlement. But the mutual's philosophy has always been different, and the mutual's philosophy has worked. Meritorious claims are settled fairly and quickly, but frivolous claims or lawsuits involving trivial rights are fought.